What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel where I talk and do everything pinball, and currently am working on what seems to be a sore throat, so bear with me on that. For those that do not already know, previous video I did state that I am under NDA with Pedretti Gaming in regards to what they're working on and stuff like that. We'll be creating content going forward. What that really actually means, I do not know in its entirety, but I guess the content creation will begin now. I have received a media pack which has all the images, all the high-res images and stuff like that to show you that now. And there's also the tier matrix that's available. I can show it to you on here, but I can't show you all to where you can see it. So I will be posting all these images and everything to my Patreon page. So if you want to get these images and stuff like that, that's where they will be. So look, what I think this is going to do really good for you Funhouse fans out there is give those that want an original looking Funhouse, then you're going to get that. You have a pretty much a great representation of the original, except for obviously the display is completely different than what it used to be. All parts are going to be purchased through Planetary Pinball, so there is no worries from you guys out there if they're getting parts from somewhere overseas that are going to be subpar or something like that. These are legit Bally Williams parts that are going to be used in these machines. And so going with that, you have the original that looks like the Funhouse original. Like I said, the main thing that's different is the display. And then, the thing is, you get so accustomed to looking at the original, and then you switch over to the Brian Allen reimagined art package. And this is where it goes up a notch when it comes to just, visually pleasing for me. And it's like I spent so much time just looking at the Brian Allen reimagined art package that when I went back to the original, I was like, ugh, it just looks so plain kind of thing. So it's one of those where obviously go back and forth between the two. I've literally got an image like right here that shows them side by side, and definitely a major improvement in my opinion. I think Brian Allen did an amazing job for this particular title and everything, and I'm definitely going to be excited to see what he does next with upcoming ones. So as of right now, the pricing tiers are as followed. The Classic Edition is $74.99, and the Midnight Limited Edition is what they're calling it, is $10,000 or $9,999. So what this does, it's right there in the window of like, very considerable. I mean, because especially for 7,500, you're right there in the Stern Pro price range. A little bit more, but it's right there in a sweet spot. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like that the warranty is better on this than a Stern. I want to say you're going to be getting like 90 days. I could be wrong on that, but this is giving you 12 months on electronics and 6 months on mechanical components. So, and some of these on there can be upgraded to the same thing that's on the Midnight Limited Edition, and obviously you can't upgrade your art package, but if you wanted to get the enhanced game code, then evidently that's something that's upgradable. Now there is a topper, I have seen it, but it doesn't look like they're going to be revealing that in the initial launch right here. It says to be released at a later date, so we've got that. I don't know how much I can comment on what this topper looks like and what it can do at this point. I will tell you that it's useful even when you're not playing. You can take a little bit from that. So, I honestly don't even know who you're going to be purchasing this from. I want to say the Pinball Company, but let me just confirm real quick. All right, well, while I'm waiting to get that information, let's move on to my next thing, and that is going to be that in the upcoming future, probably within the next week or so, I will be doing an interview with Pedretti, and I'm going to talk to Brian Allen today also to see if we can set something up with him. So I would like to get questions from you out there. I mean, I'm going to have my own, but by all means, just to make sure I don't miss something, please include what questions you would like me to ask the corresponding individuals. Put it in the comments down below, guys. I mean, I'm honestly still examining these pictures. I mean, I've seen images of the game, but I haven't seen them like this. So I'm able to, like, really examine details and what looks to be really good build quality so far. I'm looking at the hardware and stuff like that, guys. So this is definitely looking better than some of the games that have been launched by manufacturers in the past when it comes to release photos. So far, so good. So, in case you do not already know, the playfields are coming from CPR. They're not coming from Mirko. So there's you a little bit of like a relief right there. So there is that information that's been announced, I think, previously. But now I'm curious about the current market for Funhouse. So let me check. So unless you're like hardcore, want nothing but the original Funhouse, then it looks like you're going to be spending, let me just list off some of these right now without even showing you or telling you about the condition, because obviously the condition's not going to be brand new. So 6,800 best offer, $64.95. This one's got the Rudy's Nightmare edition, so it's $8,500. There's another Rudy's Nightmare for $8,000. There's one pending that was for sale for $5,500. And then you have a couple of wanted ones. And then there's a $6,500. So here's the thing. It's like, yes, these brand new ones are coming out higher than your old ones, but you're not going to be getting a brand new one from anybody else. And these prices have come down since the announcement of Funhouse Remake coming out. So you have these people that are more than likely trying to get as much as they possibly can out of their Bally Williams version of Funhouse. Now, I'm supposed to be getting sent one of these games. I don't even know which one I'm getting, but if I had to choose, and if I could choose, Pedretti, send me the Brian Allen one. That's the sexy one. That's the one I would prefer to be able to show people in video content and stuff. So, that's, I don't know when it's supposed to happen. I don't know. We're going to see, obviously. And whenever I know, I'll let you know. But that, I believe, was what we were discussing at one point, was me getting sent a game. And then I was going to create content showing you guys the build quality, because that's obviously a concern. This is something that, everyone's going to be concerned about whenever they purchase a game from someone they haven't before, is like, yes, they've done some, 2.0 code stuff like that, but they haven't really done a full-blown machine or remake. And there's obviously hesitation and concerns about that. So hopefully, because I can't vouch for the quality yet either. I haven't seen it with my own two hands or anything in front of me. So what I'm hoping to do is whenever one of these machines gets to me, I start recording and showing you what the game build quality is like. That way, hopefully it gives you a better idea on whether or not this is something that you should throw money at. Now, the amount of the Midnight Editions is 750 of them, which is a little more than what I was originally told. So I'm guessing the interest for Funhouse increased quite a bit whenever they did their initial teaser release last week. So I'm going to assume at this point that they plan on probably selling more of the Midnight Limited Editions. But yes, 750 units is what they are limiting that particular machine to. So that makes it more limited than a Stern LE, than a JJP. I mean, so you're getting a more limited game right there. And I think that the Brian Allen reimagined looks a lot better than the original. And I completely understand those of you out there that would prefer the original because that's the game, the way it used to look. That's what you're used to playing all those years ago and stuff like that. So, I think that there's going to be some upgrades that you're getting also with the original when it comes to like the headphone jack and the ability for enhanced code and stuff like that. So you're obviously going to be getting things on the classic edition that you're not going to be able to get with your hardcore original Bally Williams version of it. Oh my God, Andrea, you're killing me. Not answering me when it comes to the distro list. I know for sure that the Pinball Company is one that is selling it because that's the one that was on their teaser video for YouTube. But by all means, if you have a particular distributor, contact them to see if they are selling this game. I would have loved to have the list right here, but I'll tell you what, if a list does get sent to me in the time that I'm going to end this video and have it up, then I'll put a link in the video description down below, so be sure to check that out. Guys, what are your initial thoughts on Funhouse Remake by Pedretti? And by all means, also, like I said earlier, leave me some questions that you would like me to ask Pedretti and or Brian Allen. And then when these interviews come up, I'll be sure to include those, and that's in case I don't already have them on my question list right here. So until next time, guys, peace out.